From amidst the city's 7+ hills, welcome to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Bro, another rain
Today,
game.
a good one in store here. It's the Chicago Bears and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Starting from the 5. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Williams starting with the pass here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Williams. Has his man caught by Odunze. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Swift gets it, going left. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
So they dodge an opening drive turnover, but this drive could stall out if they don't convert here. It's 3rd down. Williams from the gun.
Oh my God.
And he's going to have this one down to the 28.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st down. Here's Swift. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they can be the big gains of next week.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Williams to throw on 3rd. The back grabs it. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Bengal still out there and being looked at now.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right to the air, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
I'm one, ready?
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow setting up the play action.
Damn.
Here's Cox. This is Fant working downfield. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Stop. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Right shot. Stop.
Brooks reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Bengals respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Devin Duvernay to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. Completed over the middle. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
He'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Brought in right side by Moore. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here's Williams. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Chicago brings out the punting unit. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
At their own 26-yard line.
On one, ready?
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Gun, gun. Stop. 11, 180. Stop.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. He'll start from the 39. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Going to run again with Swift. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. He has the first and still going past the 35. And he gets this one down to the 27. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They're looking at 1st down here. One play action. Williams. He rolls to his right. Throw right side hauled in by Komet. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 23. He's got it near the 10. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Johnson. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bears take a 2nd quarter lead. Santos now for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
We know this is the ticket to the field for a whole lot of rookie special teams. It's something that teams every year look for in the draft. And with the new rules, or maybe even that much more, these super athletes who can electrify in returns and turn the smallest lane into one of the biggest plays of the game.
Here we go. Wide 80. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Handoff here to Sanders. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Burrow from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Let's get set. Stop. Wide 80. Stop.
From the gun on third down, it's Burrow. Hits him on the in route. Looks great initially, but he is short on that first down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the fourth down.
A gain of 13 on the play.
Stop.
Going for it with Brooks. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Here's Burrow. They set up the screen, Brooks. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
On one, ready?
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80. Stop.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80. Stop.
Burrow setting the throw. He's got it. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
It's nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
On one, ready?
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Stop.
Brooks can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
Well, they were hoping. They were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Stop.
Brooks again. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. The Bengals can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They are on the counter with Swift. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Williams off the play fake. Drops it underneath, Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout for the players shaken up, and that's DeAndre Swift in some discomfort and being attended to. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. And it's the Bears. Lined up with a 2nd and 8. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Running back sent in motion. Williams to throw on first. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To the air yet again, Williams. Connects with him down the sideline. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. They'll come up 1st and 10. Again, right side for Swift. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They'll motion a tight end left. Williams to throw. This throw is caught. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and is incomplete.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Bronk. They're going for it, 4th and 3. Here we go with Johnson. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Bears get some late points and the lead. Santos now for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. return, here's Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
On one, right?
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go. Right 80. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That's a beautiful job by the defense.
And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears grow their lead just before halftime. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Bears double their lead to 14.
Bengals 14. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Jones.
Charlie Jones on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down. Burrow to the air now. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line. And they spike the ball to stop the clock.
On one, ready?
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's get set.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
You know, I say this all the time. We get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, can.
To throw again, it's Burrow. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
All right, so they're only going to have enough time for one more snap here before we reach halftime. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop!
Throwing is Burrow. Dumps it off to his running back. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
On 1, ready?
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go. 180. Stop!
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop!
Burrow back to throw. Completed over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Gun! Stop!
On 1st down, here's Burrow. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Again, it's Burrow. He finds Fant. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
12. Here we go. Stop!
From the red zone now. That's cutting to 4. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go. Stop!
Brooks does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1.
Here we go. 180. 11 MT. Tate. 11 M. Stop!
Gets it again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. He will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Working from the gun, Williams. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So they're left facing third and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Third down, here's Williams. Finds the in route, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago first down. On play action, here's Williams. This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
They'll run with Johnson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line in the defense. Well,
and he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 13-point lead. It's a Romadunze touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Fields this one at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Here we go. Stop.
First down, Burrow to throw. Escapes the pocket. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. This one misses the tight end. And now they face second down.
Let's get set. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. On the move, headed right. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. Buys time, rolling right. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. Ball taken in at the 36. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Looking to Johnson to start this drive. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Again, this is Johnson. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Williams on first down. Going with the screen to Johnson. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Bears with possession and a fairly comfortable lead to begin the 4th quarter. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. To throw is Williams. Fits it through the middle. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Chicago first down. They bring their tight end left. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Santos now for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Bears stretch their lead to 21.
Bengals 21.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. Fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And the fumble recovery is made.
Awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing a lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and most importantly, keeping that possession.
Here we go.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He's going to push one deep down the right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Taken in by Chase, left side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
One, ready?
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. This connects with Higgins. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a 31-yard play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bears have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Johnson up the middle. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Here's 2nd and 7. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness is still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next. Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. They connect on the deep shot. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They get 28 out of that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. And he's got it in close. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. McPherson at the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Bengals get it back to a 14-point game.
Bengals 28. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. From the gun, Johnson. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Here's Johnson again. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's a Chicago 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bears on their way to their 3rd win of the year. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. On the ground again with Johnson. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. 1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the Bengals 40.
They're going to pass it here. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first.
GG,
have
bro.
a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right